All right. Welcome back to another episode of my movie review series. Episode 109. 109. Oh boy, that's it. I don't really think I'll go up to 100, but nah, I went up to 100, and I'm close to 110. Let's keep this thing going. Okay, yeah, last week I said I was gonna go live again, and guess what? We are live, Jack. Yes. And yeah, and guess what? This time I am not alone. Yeah. Oh yeah. So yeah, last time I went live, I said I was going to have somebody on with me, but unfortunately, that person didn't. You know the story. Anybody that watched anyway. But yeah, I got me a special guest that's going to do this review for me, which is The Devil's Rejects, 2005. Man, yeah, it stars a whole lot of crazy assholes in this movie has. Yeah, Sid Haig. Did he ever have hair? Bill Moseley, Sherry Moon Zombie, Ken Forey, him. Matthew McGarty, Lou Temple, William Forsythe, just to name a few. And with me, right here, since I'm live and I said I have a special guest, is the beautiful, the super gorgeous, and the most incredibly awesome Lacy Lou.
Hi, Jonathan Orr and everybody else. What's going on? What's good?
Hey, Lacy, how you doing?
I'm doing good, Jay Orr. I'm doing real good.
Yeah, yes. See, told you I had a guess. Yeah, so, yeah, Devil's Rejects, man. 2005. I mean, yeah, this movie, this horror movie, directed by Rob Zombie.
God, it was 2005. That sounds so long ago. I was still in high school in 2005.
Yeah, man, I tell you, yeah, it's 2005. I mean, it feels like it's been out recently. It's many times anybody's seen it, it will feel like something that's been out recently. But yeah, I tell you, yeah, this movie though, man, this movie is crazy.
Yeah, I remember I skipped school to go. I skipped a couple classes to go see it in the middle of the day. No, not this one. That was Hostel. Never mind. Forget I said that.
Yeah, Hostel Part 1, which I did a review on, click right here, as soon as the live feed is over, I'll put the card in, so click right here, you'll see the card show up, and yeah, it's Hostel. But yeah, check out that review too. So yeah, and this movie, it's a sequel. Yeah, it's a sequel. Yeah, Devil's Reject. It's a sequel to House of a Thousand Corpses, which really nobody saw coming. I mean,
no, the trailer was pretty misleading. I remember watching it, and it kind of seemed like it was kind of like a Texas Chainsaw Massacre kind of movie, and nobody even knew. I mean, I didn't know until 15 minutes into the movie, I was like, oh shit, this is a sequel to House of a Thousand. I had no idea based off of the trailer that this was the sequel to House of a Thousand.
Yeah, I tell you, man. Yeah, House of a Thousand Corpses. Yeah, which by the way, I did not put the review out for because I did not review it yet because I haven't seen it in a while. But yeah, House of a Thousand Corpses. Yeah, if you're not familiar with that movie, get familiar with that movie. If you're not familiar with this movie, get familiar with this movie. If you're not seen The Devil's Rejects, why the fuck are you watching this review?
Oh, wow. You tell him, Jay, or you tell him.
Yeah, so, oh boy, I tell you, man. Yeah, but I tell you though, when I first saw this movie, I had a real good time with it. I mean, just seeing how crazy these cats are. And, speaking of House of a Thousand Corpses, not one person in that movie, she didn't appear in this movie because, the late Karen Black, she was live at the time, but still, she was not in the movie though. But in this movie, her character was replaced by Sergeant Lieutenant Captain Callahan from the Police Academy.
Yes.
Yeah, Leslie Easterbrook. Yeah, that's it.
And she did a really good job. She really did.
Yeah, Callahan. Yeah, who wants to save me now? Yeah, anybody that grew up watching Police Academy, you know exactly who the hell I'm talking about.
Like some Steve Gutenberg.
Yeah, I tell you though. Yep. But yeah, I tell you, this movie, you got these crazy ass people, the Firefly family. I mean, what you think of the Firefly family?
Oh, they're like so, dynamic. As like a killer, sadistic, really messed up family. Like they have no morals. They have, it just balls to the wall crazy.
Oh boy, yeah, they do. They kill for fun. You see a movie like Scarface, and you see Tony Montana saying, "Hey, he killed communists for fun." But with these people right here, these backwoods kind of redneck kind of family, and they're not really a family, they're just a bunch of crazy assholes that's locked together, and then they eventually became a family. But you can see that there's no relation to them except for maybe
Well, obviously Captain Spaulding and is Baby's dad. You find that out, and along with Mother Firefly is her mom, obviously.
Yeah.
And Otis is her brother. Which I don't think, obviously Captain Spaulding isn't his dad, so there's definitely some weird biological shit going on that we don't know.
Yeah, I tell you though, man. Yeah, this Otis Driftwood, played by Bill Moseley. Yeah.
He's so good in everything that he does. He really is.
Yeah, there's no fucking ice cream in your fucking future. Yeah, next thing you know, what do you see? Captain Spaulding and Baby eating ice cream.
Oh, we're already skipping to the ice cream part?
I don't care, man. We're going back and forth on this thing.
Oh, we're going to go back and forth. I always kind of wondered, with that ice cream scene, did they kill the people for the ice cream? You never actually... I mean, you didn't actually get to see what happened and how they got the ice cream.
Right.
I mean, they're such messed up people. What did they do to get this ice cream? Did they pay for it? Or, clearly they're just filthy, dirty, and covered in blood. I was thinking that watching that today. I was like, what happened to the ice cream people? Did they kill them?
Yeah, yeah.
Some tutti fucking fruity.
Yeah, baby had a crazy craving for some tutti fucking fruity. Yeah, so did Captain Spaulding. Yeah, tutti fucking fruity. That's what you know.
Is that supposed to be him licking the ice cream?
Yeah. Both of them. Yeah, they're licking the ice cream. They're licking the cone. Yeah. How did they get it? I don't know. Have you ever had a tutti fucking fruity?
No, I don't think I have. I'm not. I guess I don't eat a whole lot of ice cream. I'm a very vanilla person if I do. Vanilla malt.
Vanilla malt. There you go. Yeah. That's her brand of ice cream. Yeah, vanilla malt.
Vanilla. Yeah, vanilla.
I never had a vanilla malt before. Vanilla, yeah, of course I have.
You've never had a vanilla malt before?
No. I don't think nope. No vanilla.
Yeah, I'm very basic. I'm a very basic chick. So.
I mean, yeah, I have vanilla before, natural vanilla, fresh vanilla, and that's it. But
I would get vanilla coffee, vanilla tea, vanilla.
She's a vanilla girl, y'all. She's a vanilla girl.
I'm basic. I'm a basic bitch. It happens.
She's a basic vanilla girl. Yeah.
She's a basic vanilla girl.
So, yeah, me, I dig the well, I used to. I can't eat ice cream like I used to no more because I'm lactose intolerant. So me having ice cream, I gotta be careful on that shit. The
Yeah.
lactose free ice cream I can dig all day. You know, not all day, but still, you know.
Well, obviously, the Firefly family isn't lactose intolerant, so
No, they need that Tutti fucking fruity, so
they
they
did
got
that
some.
tutti fucking fruity. Let's talk about the opening sequence of this movie.
No, yeah, okay, yeah, the opening scene where they get raided, you know, yeah, they're shacked
search and
up.
destroy mission.
They're shacked up with some
I mean,
dead bodies.
they killed like a major player like right away too, like from House of 1,000.
Oh yeah. You know, you gotta get that tie-in in there, yeah. You know?
And I think like before the title credits rolled in, with Mother Firefly, and she's like, "Sorry, Sheriff, but you ain't getting me." And she goes to pull the trigger, and obviously it doesn't pull, and then freeze frames, and this movie is just about shit's going down.
Yeah, I tell you, man. Yeah. Yeah, they had the gun up, yeah. Guns empty. Next thing you know, yeah, they apprehend Mama Firefly, which is pretty messed up because I'd like to see more of her. I'd like to see how she would handle, that other that group of people, the cover band, whoever they were, and I see how she would handle them.
Yeah, there's so many different layers of this film too. Like, I mean, you have like Baby and Otis on the run by themselves. You have Captain Spaulding trying to get there to them, Mother Firefly and Sheriff Wydell, her being locked up. I mean, there's just like, and then, you get the reunion with, Baby and Otis and Captain Spaulding, and then the banjo band scenes, the motel. And then you get to the whorehouse, and then, the bounty hunters. Like, there's so many, like, different, like, levels of this movie that, you don't really expect to happen. And, it's a journey. It's their journey throughout the movie of being split up and trying to find their way back to each other.
Yeah, banjo. Not banjo. No, the bounty hunters. The bounty hunters. Yeah, the bounty hunters.
Diamond Dallas Page and Danny Trejo.
The bounty hunters played by Danny Trejo and Diamond Dallas Page. Yeah.
Which was completely unexpected, in my opinion, to have Diamond Dallas Page on there.
Hey, who knew Rob Zombie was a WCW fan? I mean,
yeah. Who knew?
Yeah, but no, yeah, he is a wrestling fan. He did. Yeah, he lent a few of his songs to WWE. Anytime WWE had a pay-per-view, they would take a song that is popular at the time, and they would use it as a pay-per-view theme song. And one of the songs was something from Rob Zombie. So and one of their wrestlers, he had Rob Zombie's one of his songs playing as his theme music. So every time you came out, you heard, never gonna stop, man, never gonna stop. You heard that song coming. So when he did his thing coming out, it was his song playing, and that'll play for a while, and then you had to switch it up. So, but yeah, so yeah, he got Zombie. He's a wrestling fan for sure. He made a few appearances on the shows too. So yeah, he's a wrestling fan for sure. So you get DDP in here. So you're going to have to feel the bang.
So, bam. We should talk about some of the other surprise cameos besides Diamond Dallas Page and Danny Trejo. We also had E.G. Daily, the Dottie from Pee-wee's Big Adventure. And oh my god, that was like a completely different take of her. Did not see that coming at all. Her in a little Princess Leia get up.
Oh yeah. E.G. Daily, yeah. Dottie and Pee-wee's Adventure, she's also a voice actress,
Yeah, she does what, Tommy Pickles?
She voiced one of the most iconic babies in all of animation. Yes, she voiced Tommy Pickles.
She also auditioned for The Voice and made it onto the actual show. And
right. I saw that.
Yeah, I mean, obviously she didn't win. I mean, I when I was watching her, I couldn't get past The Devil's Rejects anymore. Before I just knew her from like Valley Girl and Pee-wee's Big Adventure, but then she did this movie and completely ruined her image for me. But no, she did great. I love her.
Yeah, I tell you, man. Yeah. Fellas, who knew how she was too? Yeah.
And then we also had, PJ Souls from Halloween.
PJ Souls from the original Halloween. Yeah. No,
she was the mom that Captain Spaulding took the car, and she's like, "What's this about clown business?" And she just gets laid out by Captain Spaulding. She literally got laid out. That's like one of my favorite scenes in the movie, actually. Not the fact that she like got laid out or whatever, but like,
laid out, but oh, Captain Spaulding,
Don't you like
Captain Spaulding? Captain Spaulding. Anybody, you see the picture, you see Captain Spaulding.
Are we doing a close up there? Is that what's happening?
yeah, Captain Spaulding. Yeah, that scene when he needed a clown because he had some unofficial clown business. That little boy, he's sitting in the car, he's sitting there crying, scared. Yeah, what's the matter, kid? Don't you like clowns?
I wonder if they'll reference that kid back in 3 from Hell. The 3 from Hell.
Yeah.
Are you excited for the 3 from Hell?
Oh boy, you know what? Yeah, I have no idea what the hell they're gonna do with that movie. 3 from Hell, yeah. What they gonna do with that movie? What they gonna do with that movie? I mean,
I don't know. Like, I remember when I was at a convention, like in 2013, and I was talking to Sid and Bill, and Bill was like, "Yeah, there's no way we're doing another film. We're dead," or Sid said that. And so at that point, I mean, that's what they would tell everybody. And then all of a sudden this year it comes out, they're obviously doing another one. So I don't know, maybe Dr. Satan brought him back. Who knows? I don't know.
That'd be so cool. Dr. Satan!
Dr. Satan!
Yeah, a couple of horror nerds, I tell you, man. That's exactly where we are. Yeah, I tell you, yeah.
Well, I think I think The Devil's Rejects, though, is hands down Zombie's best film.
Yeah, no doubt, Zombie's best film. Yeah,
the soundtrack's amazing. The actors. It was just the footage, the cinematography, everything about this movie it flowed cohesively.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I tell you though, yeah. Oh yeah. Who else is in this movie? Well, Jeffrey Lewis. He died at some point. Last year? I think. Yeah, but yeah, Jeffrey Lewis also in this picture. Yeah, I see. I know Jeffrey Lewis from Double Impact. Van Damme. Van Damme. So seeing him in this movie, it's always cool to see other people that from other things. So seeing him in this.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of little cameos and people in this film. Rob Zombie did a really good job of assembling the cast.
Yeah, I tell you, man. I tell you. Yeah. You got
the one thing that I didn't really. Obviously, from like House of 1,000 to Devil's Rejects, Otis looked completely different. He looked like he was like a ghost or something in House of 1,000. He actually looked like a normal person in this film.
Right. Yeah, he did look a little bit pale.
And he had less hair. I don't know what was happening.
Yeah, he looked pretty pale in that movie. But yeah, yeah, he switched it up in this one. Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, but I'll tell you though, that scene where what's her face taking a shower and this thing, Otis, he come in, snatch her ass out. Oh yeah, fuck Psycho. That was real shower invasion right there.
Yeah, that band did not stand a chance against the Fireflies, not at all. Not at all. They were like the weakest people.
Yeah, by the way, when I said fuck Psycho, I ain't mean in a derogatory way. I'm just joking. I tell you though. Yeah, I'll tell you though. Yeah, the way you just open that curtain and snatched her ass up, man. They all got in there, Yeah, my man, he's tied up, and
then the roadie comes
Yeah.
and knocks on the door.
Yeah, yeah. When he comes in, yeah, he gets killed. Yeah, my man, he
Like
pukes on the
instantly.
bed, you know.
Yeah. And then Otis makes the comment later. What is it that he says? He's like, "Oh, does your wife like it when you puke or whatever?" Does that turn her on?
Yeah,
Like his one-liners were amazing in this film. Otis definitely had the best dialogue, in my opinion.
yeah, oh yeah, I mean, hell, yeah, Bill Moseley, man, yeah, you know, anything that like I said, anything he's into, man, he's real great in everything he does. So yeah, you know, with this movie, you know, yeah, he made a dynamic character out of old Otis there, you know. Yeah, you know, the scene when they're driving, you know, they want some ice cream, you know. Yeah, he delivered that line. Yeah, there's no fucking ice cream in your fucking future. You know?
Well, and then like prior to that, you know, when he's taking the two guys
taking the guys out to dig up his guns, you know, yeah. Yeah, you know, yeah, I think I still smell your wife's pussy stick up on the barrel of my gun.
Hopefully it doesn't rust the barrel.
Yeah.
And, you know, like his dialogue in that scene was really good. He was like, you know, pray to your God. And, you know, as Roy's laying there, like he prays to his God, bless the bunnies. Why is that the first thing that you pray to is bless the bunnies? I mean, why is that what you're praying to? Bless the bunnies and the birdies. Like, I have never heard anybody pray like that. And then, you know, Otis being the sarcastic ass that he is, he's like, oh, I repent. And then like he turns totally sadistic and he goes, I am the devil and I'm here to do the devil's work. And, you know, that's like one of the most iconic scenes in the whole film.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I was pray to your God. Oh, I like to Christ right on top of my fucking head.
Wow.
Yeah. I love that line, though. I love that line, you know. But I say that all the time in, you know, the Scums group page, you know, anytime somebody talking about a movie that is shit, you know, like Book of Shadows, Blair Witch 2. Yeah.
I've never seen it.
Anybody like that movie? Yeah. Yeah, that movie's pure shit. Yeah. Now,
apparently it's pure shit. I don't know if I'll watch it.
Yeah, turn me around to it. Yeah, turn me around to watching Book of Shadows. Yeah, I want like that crash right on top of my fucking head.
Well, see, and I think like one of the great things about this movie is like you're actually rooting for the bad guys in it. You know, you're rooting for the Firefly family. I mean, I know I was like, oh, are they going to get away from the cops? Because, I mean, it's so sadistic that you're rooting for them, but you really are.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're going for you know. A lot of people out there do root for the bad guys in the movie, but yeah, you actually have to root for the bad guys in this movie. I mean, forget about William Forsythe that wants to revenge on them.
He did great, though. He really did. I mean, he had a journey throughout this film, and like you can see him just getting darker and darker throughout it and just losing his mind more as, you know, he's trying to capture them, and, you know, he goes to a real dark place.
Yeah, he got that obsession, man. That obsession.
And it ate him. Man. It ate him.
That obsession really got to him, you know. Yeah, he kills Mama Firefly, you know. Yeah. And he was enjoying it.
Yeah, he definitely was. So, like, obviously, like, he had some Firefly in him, maybe. Who knows?
Yeah, they killed for fun. Yeah, he was killing them for fun, you know, around the end when he had them all tied down, you know, they were torturing them, you know.
With the stapler.
Stapling the picture of the victims on his chest, yeah. He was killing for fun, all right. Yeah. He was having some fun with him, man.
Yeah, he really was. And then he's lighting him on fire, and then, you know, Tiny comes out of nowhere.
Tiny comes out, yeah. The other Firefly character, the one we did not see throughout the whole movie, but yeah, he just.
Well, I mean, you've seen him at the very beginning. He's the one dragging the body, and then, you know, obviously he comes back, and then at the end he's putting him in the car, and Otis goes to "We'll come back for you," you know, and obviously Matthew McGorry, you know, died, and this film's dedicated to him, so. You know, and he goes back into the burning house. So I think it was like a good send off for him, and, you know.
Yeah. Tiny, yeah. Tiny wasn't so tiny. wasn't so cute either. But yeah, he shows up though.
Yeah, he snaps, Sheriff Whitell's neck.
He shows up, grabs him from behind, takes him out. Yeah, Otis like, yeah, you sure about this? He come back for you. Yeah, Tiny. Yeah, he just goes away, and so do they.
Right.
Yeah, they all hurting, all wounded. But yeah, they trying to make their getaway. This thing, they got a police barricade. They got to try and go through. It ain't gonna happen. Yeah, so get that send off.
Well, what did you think about Charlie turning on the Fireflies, like giving them up to the bounty hunters and Sheriff Whitell?
Man, I tell you, who was it? Otis. He wasn't sure about Charles in the first place.
No, he knew that,
Yeah, oh Charles, man. Yeah, he could tell. He could tell. The cat that plays him. He's definitely one of Rob Zombie's regulars. Yeah, he show up in that Halloween remake. Yeah, he's Joe Grizzly, bitch.
Joe Grizzly. Yeah, Rob Zombie has a lot of returning players in his films.
A lot of directors do. I mean, yeah, look at Kevin Smith. Everybody. Yeah, everybody. Yeah, he grew up with.
They get like a crew, and if it works, it works.
Yeah, hell, Martin Scorsese. How many times we seen Robert De Niro in his movies?
Oh, and Michael Berryman was in this too. He's like, I ain't no chicken fucker.
Michael Berryman, I tell you, that dude. Yeah, I tell you, he'll never get a normal role. I tell you, yeah, anything that he's in, he's. He looks weird. I don't think he got any real fingernails, but yeah, he looks weird too.
No, I met him at the convention, and we had a beer. He's actually a really cool, really nice guy. The most iconic movie for him though is probably Weird Science.
Yeah.
When the biker gang shows up and he's like, "Oh, I'm a teacher or substitute teacher or something." I can't remember the exact line right now, but yeah.
Yeah, I remember seeing him in a movie called The Guyver. That was my first time seeing him, really. Yeah, that movie, The Guyver, not Guyver 2, but The Guyver, Yeah, that was my first time seeing him. Yeah, he just a weird looking dude. Yeah, no hair, everything. Just weird looking dude. But yeah, he's a nice guy. But that's what's up right there. Oh yeah, anybody that knows anything about Crypt TV, you'll see a couple of their videos, and they got Michael Berryman featured in them. One he's playing some type of a doctor, some type of surgeon, and he got this vacuum, and he's sucking the darkness. This person, they got total darkness inside of them. He's sucking it out of their hole, and they got a hole carved in their head, and he's sucking it out of them. And transfers into this little girl. But yeah, I tell you, that story, and then there's another story with another little girl about ice cream. But yeah, the little girl, she goes in the house, and her mom chopping vegetables, and this thing, yeah, the girl, yeah, nothing is said. There's no dialogue whatsoever in this video. But yeah, the girl, she obviously she wants some ice cream, so mommy, she cut off her finger and give it to him as payment. So Michael Berryman, yeah, he's the ice cream man in his truck.
I definitely see a theme with ice cream in this episode. I mean,
yeah, I tell you, man, yeah, I'm not going to go eat no ice cream after this. I don't know.
Try vanilla.
I just might go for the vanilla too. I got some in the freezer, I just might do that. It's lactose free too, so
Oh well, there you go. Yeah, we definitely don't want it. With lactose, we can't have Jay or Diane eating some vanilla lactose ice cream.
Don't want me on the toilet all night. No.
Oh well, okay. Didn't need that.
This is my show.
Wow.
I say anything I want. Yeah.
I guess. Thank you for those images. They're going to be forever burned in my brain. Thank you.
Yeah, me on the toilet. Yeah, so what?
Oh my God! Stop.
Who don't shit?
Oh my God. Well, this took a turn.
Hey, this movie is nasty anyway. I mean, hell, you know.
Yeah, it really is. It's a very sadistic film.
Oh my God, there's a lot of things to talk about in this movie, like Sherry Moon Zombie, Rob Zombie's obviously, became his wife after Thousand Corpses.
Yeah, and now she's in like every movie. He gets a lot of flack for, casting her in everything now, though. They're like, people are torn of whether they think he should put her in his films or stop.
For what? Yeah, that's his wife. Do whatever you want with her.
Exactly, but I'm just saying, like, like the horror community, like, really debates that a lot.
For what? That's his wife.
I don't know. They say that she ruins his films. I don't know.
No, she don't. Not this movie. She don't ruin this film. Hell.
No, she's great in this.
No, the way she yeah. I want you to hit her in the face. No love test. I want to hear it. This one better fucking count. Now you come over here, give me a kiss. Say thanks, baby. I had a real good time.
Yeah, she's a total badass. And like, when he's Sheriff Whitell's doing the staples, she's just like, I want it. That's mine. Give it to me. Like she just takes it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I tell you though. Yeah. A lot of dynamic personalities in this movie though, for real. I mean, yeah, not only you got Otis, but you got Baby, and then you got Cutter himself, Captain Spaulding. But I love that name, Cutter. Yeah, on the phone with Charles. Yeah, this is me, Cutter.
Yeah, when you first discover his name is Cutter.
Hell, man, I better call him that. Captain Spaulding, that's for the TV. That's for that, the clown business that he got. But And
I noticed like his teeth kept changing like throughout the movie. Like they'd be more rotten in certain parts of the film. Did you pick up on that too?
No, I wasn't exactly looking at his teeth that much, but I noticed that he got some fucked up teeth. But
Yeah, like in some scenes, like they wouldn't be rotted, and in other scenes they would. I don't know.
Yeah. Speaking of Captain Spaulding, yeah. What woman would he rather wake up to? Yeah, what woman would he rather wake up to? The porn star or the fat chick?
Oh man, and his dirty underwear.
Yeah, the reason I said porn star because that's exactly who Ginger Lynn Allen was, before she decided to do mainstream stuff. She was a porn star. Yes, yeah, she was. Yeah. I have not seen any of her movies, but I know that I've seen that. I've seen something about porn a long time ago. It was some type of profile, and a lot of porn actresses were interviewed, and Ginger Lynn Allen was one of them. She also used to date Charlie Sheen, so
Well, who didn't date Charlie Sheen?
Charlie Sheen, he think about the porn business. Not that he was in it, but he dated.
Yeah, he knows a thing or two about it. Yeah.
He dated porn stars. Yeah, Brios and. But yeah, I tell you though. Oh boy, I'm just going off the rails on this thing.
Yeah, you really are. That's okay. It's your show, though. Remember, so.
Yeah, I might be showing off here. I might be showing off. Am I showing off for the cameras? I'm showing off for you? Nah, man, this is just me.
I'm just along for the ride tonight. So.
Yeah, sit here with me. I mean, not just here, but sit here, in person with me. Spend a whole day with me, 5 minutes that day. You're gonna fall in love with me. I'll tell you, I'm just that crazy. You'll love me for it. Boom.
Oh my God. Are you doing some Rocky moves over there? Is that what's going on?
You know what? I practiced boxing for a long time. It's like But you know, I don't do that shit on YouTube. You know, anybody that heard, you know,
No, I have no idea what's going on
KSI and KSI and Logan Paul, they got something going down on August. You know, so yeah, y'all go ahead, y'all check that out. But yeah, I ain't doing that shit. You know, I box for a workout, not for no actual fight. I'm not doing no competition.
There you go.
Yeah, I tell you though, yeah, this movie though, yeah, it's just one of those movies that, you know, if you watch it, it's either gonna hit you with the shock value that it has, or if you watch it and if you enjoy it because you like horror movies and you don't get offended or nothing like that, then you know this shit right here is for you though.
Well, I don't even think that you necessarily even need to see House of a Thousand to enjoy this movie. You know, like it could be a standalone film, even in my opinion.
Right. You know,
I mean, it just makes it, you know, as horror fans, I think it makes it even better that, you know, it is connected to that film, like when you're watching it.
Right, man. You know, with the writing of this movie, yeah, you know, like I said, you know, yeah, the movie is a sequel, but you don't really know about it, you know, unless you've seen House of a Thousand Corpses first, then you'll know exactly who the hell the Fireflies are. But you know, with this cat, you know, William Forsythe, you know, he only show up for this movie, and automatically he got some beef with these people. I mean,
you know, and obviously they killed his brother in, you know, the House of a Thousand.
Yeah, you know, he's coming for them, you know. He coming for them. He came for them, you know. He had DDP and Danny Trejo, which you'll see in every single Robert Rodriguez film ever made. So yeah, I tell you.
And the kills in this movie were pretty epic too. You know, when, you know, they put the chick's husband's face on her face and she runs out of the motel, you know, when the maid comes to let her out. You know, and like that was such a freaky scene, you know, as she's running, like, when are you, like, I mean, obviously, like, she's, you know, out of her head at that point in time, but you know, if that was me, I would have taken that damn thing off my face. And then she just gets blasted by the fucking truck.
I tell you, man, yeah, there you go. Yeah, you know, yeah, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. That's the homage he paid for. He paid homage to that movie just by having somebody run around with somebody's skin over her face. So yeah. You know.
Well, in the opening, you know, when it's doing the telling, you know, the text of, you know, they went on a search and destroy mission. Like that's very Texas Chainsaw Massacre-ish.
Yeah. Yeah, I like the I like the whole, you know, I like the whole freeze frame moments of this movie. You know, the beginning of the movie, and they got some freeze frame stuff, and then towards the end, you know, they'll do some real good freeze frame stuff. You know, anytime you do a freeze frame, it will always look funny. So you know.
Did you actually think they were gonna get away?
Nah.
No, like you knew this was the end of the road for them.
No, nobody ever gets away, you know. I mean, you know.
Well, they did in House of a Thousand, you know.
Oh yeah, they got away then, but you know, from what they've been through, I mean, you know, especially with the song I was playing, you know, Freebird, you know.
The soundtrack is really amazing to this film. It really is.
Yeah, you know, that song Freebird, you know, that, you know, that's a good send-off, and that's a send-off song right there. So yeah,
and now whenever you hear it, you definitely associate it with this film. Before that, you know, I would associate it with Forrest Gump when Jenny's like out on the balcony.
Yeah, I tell you, man. When it comes to certain music, you heard it one time before, you know. Cool, you heard it one time before, you know. You like that song. You like that song, you know. You like the song from that album.
Right.
Once they use that song and you put it in something that you gonna really like this movie, you know, they got Freebird for this movie. Guess what? This movie and Freebird is now connected, you know. 31. At the end of 31, yeah. They had Dream On playing, and then guess what? You know, I love Dream On. I love that song. One of my favorite songs from Aerosmith, you know. But, you know, with that song, now I get to think about the ending of 31 because of that song. I mean, yeah, yeah, she's standing there, she's exhausted, but she putting up her dukes, man. She ready to throw down that son of a bitch, he just standing there, does that big ass smile. He got his knives behind him, and all I can hear now, all I can think of now is this Steven Tyler, he's about to scream it out, Rainbow, Rainbow. That's all I can think of now, because of that. Because of that, that's it.
Yeah,
But yeah,
music definitely impacts, certain scenes in films, and then you associate them with after you see, an iconic scene.
Yeah, music and movies, man. Music
Yeah,
and
it's
movies,
like
very important. Music and movies, very important. I mean, yeah, anybody, I'm sure you have. Saw that
like in,
Friday night.
old school,
Yeah. Anybody that saw that that Mega Friday 13 review I did. I mentioned music and movies in there too. So yeah, music and movies is very important. That's how it is, Jeff.
One, Deadpool 2, it has, Take On Me, and it's just great. Deadpool 2 is by far my favorite movie of the year now.
Deadpool 2 got Take On Me. First Deadpool got X Gonna Give It To You, but that song did not come from that movie. It was exclusively for Cradle to the Grave, the Jet Li movie that came many years before, only Deadpool, he just resurrected that song as it resurrected DMX's career for that short while. But yeah, that song got resurrected for that movie. So yeah, now that song is linked to 2 soundtracks. How did that happen?
Well, I think, a lot of times they replay movies, or reuse music that, is obviously they're able to use.
That's my workout song too. That's Gonna Give It To You. What? That's my workout song, man. I go hard every time. Hear that song. That dun, 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 dun. I mean, but hey, that's just me. But yeah, I tell you, yeah, the music in this movie they use now it's 100% going to be memorable. Anything else that came out of this movie? I mean, you got their last stand. Yeah, you thought that they was going to get away. People thought that they was going to get away. Other people thought that they weren't going to get away. But yeah, they got their shit up, ready, starting to blast. Next thing you know, yeah, they're speeding down. But the cops, they're taking cover and they're blasting away too. So yeah, they get down, and then like I said,
it'll definitely be really interesting to see, the 3 from Hell and how they're gonna translate the ending of Devil's Rejects to, this film. I'm wondering, I don't know if it's a prequel or if it's, after the Devil's Rejects. Nobody really knows.
You know what? Yeah. If they do it after Devil's Rejects, then yeah, Rob Zombie went into the supernatural realm with that one. But if they do, if it's like a
well, because in this movie,
if it's like
they showed their mugshot, so they've obviously been arrested before.
Yeah, if it's like a in-betweener, if it's in between House of 1,000 Corpses and Devil's Rejects, then cool. Let's have it like that too. I mean, yeah, because like I said, the movie, you don't know if this is a real sequel. You don't know.
It'll definitely be interesting to see how it plays out.
Yeah, man. The way it plays out, it is what it is, Jack. If it plays out like that, then it won't be whack.
No, it'll definitely. I mean, I know I'll be seeing it opening day, so.
I'll wait for video.
Oh, okay, he'll wait for video.
Yeah, I'll tell you though. Yeah. Anything else you want to add to this? Anything else?
I think we've kind of covered our basis of the film. It's a great film. I give it, 5 out of 5. It's a fun ride. I'm really excited to see the next one.
Her rating, 5 out of 5, yo. 5 out of 5. This movie really is awesome, though. It really is awesome. I mean, yeah. She gave the movie a 5 out of 5. Guess what? So am I.
Yeah, I remember it came the day that it came out to DVD. I went to the store and bought it right away. It was just one of those that, I had to watch again right away, and I didn't want to rent it. I wanted to own it.
Yeah. Yeah, this movie's not a rental, it's a buy, yo.
It's not a rental, it's a buy.
I'm sure everybody bought it. If you like the movie, you bought it. It's a 5 out of 5, man.
It's a 5 out of 5.
That's
5-star.
The movie is a 5 out of 5. That's our review, and we're sticking to it.
Thanks for having me, J.R.
Yeah, now next week, Jack. Next week, I'll be coming back. I'll be coming back with another review, and it's gonna be. It won't be horror, I'm trying to lean away from the horror field for a little bit. I'm trying to get some animation in, but next week I'm doing a review on a movie that has one of the most sappiest love songs you would ever hear. You have ever heard. I'm sure you have. So yeah, you get your bow and arrows ready because next week I'm gonna go save the princess. I love throwing out these hints. Nobody gets them, but I love throwing out these hints.
Well, I think I know what you're doing, but I'll keep it a secret.
Yeah, next week. Yeah, this week. Yeah, keep it locked here for that. Yeah, check out my other shit right here. Subscribe to me right here. But in the meantime, in between time, Jack. Lacy, thanks for joining me on this. Finally,
Yeah.
Hopefully we can do this again.
For sure. Thank you so much. I hope you have a good Saturday night, everybody.
Well, live show. And guess what? This live show is off.
Bye.